Recently I was contacted by teemarsbaking.com and they asked if I was interested in trying out their new butter churning kit and making a video for it. And of course I said yes. So it has arrived, and let's open it up and take a look and see what we got. I'm really excited to do this. I've always wanted to make butter, and to have a nice little all-in-one kit seems awesome. All right. So first we got a box in a box. Let's set this to the side here. All right. First, looks like we have a set of molds. Looks like you can make 4 sticks of butter. All right. We have a nice little silicone mat. I am assuming that this is so you can, when you're doing your churning, you can do it on this and not slip and slide. Because I presume you're going to have to do a lot of cranking on this bad boy to make butter. There we go, nice little silicone mat. We have a cheesecloth, little cheesecloth. That'll be for straining out the excess skim milk on the butter once you get to churning. Got a couple shaping paddles. And I'll tell you the truth, the first thing I thought, yeah, sure, it'll be really good for shaping your butter. But you know what else you can do with this? You can shape some pasta with these little guys. That looks really nice for shaping pasta, believe it or not. And I'm gonna try that later. But this is for the paddles for shaping your butter. We got a little cookbook here with a few different recipes. And last but not least, hold on, it's in there pretty good. It does not want to come out. Oh, there we go. The butter churner. Nice wood. Good steel construction. Got the paddle in there. All right, so I'm going to sit down and I'm going to read the instructions here. I'll gather my ingredients and then we'll try and make some butter. Then we'll see how it goes. And here, so you can see why I was so excited about this for pasta. You see these grooves right here? That's really nice. You take a little lump of pasta and you put it on there and you go like this with your thumb and it curls over and it puts these grooves into the pasta. That's what I was excited about. And I will give that a try in another video. But for now, it is a butter paddle. But it may be able to be a dual purpose little pasta maker. It'll be nice. We'll give it a shot later. All right, folks, let's get started here. First of all, take a look at that lovely loaf of bread. And that's what we're going to be putting this butter on, assuming that it comes out after we're done. I also have some spaghettis and meatballs and sausage cooking up. So I got high hopes for this butter. So I did read the instructions. It said to start out with room temperature heavy cream. I bought this fresh this morning. And I don't know how much. I'm just going to pour it on all of this in there, I guess, if it'll fit. I hope that's enough. And we'll get our paddle in there. There we go. All right, and I guess now we just start cranking. Now they said it's going to probably take like 25, 30 minutes. So I'm not going to make you guys sit through 35 minutes of me just cranking away here. But I'll put some edits in there and Whenever it starts to look interesting, I'll bring you all back. And we're just cranking away. Now it said it'll get frothy, then it'll get like creamy, and then it'll start to separate, and then it'll get hard to turn. And then eventually you'll start to see the butter forming in it. All right, I'm seeing something starting to happen in there. It's starting to look different. And we'll keep cranking away. I'm gonna get my arm workout on this one. I see butter starting to form. Oh, maybe I shouldn't have stopped. All right, take a look at that. That looks like butter forming in there to me. And that liquid there, that's going to be buttermilk. I might be ready to pour this off already. I don't know. Let me step around the camera and see how long we've been recording this. It's only been 5 minutes. All right, I'm going to pour that off and we'll look and see what we got. Hope my little bowl here is big enough. Okay. Folks, we got butter. All right, now they said it, let's look at the directions. Okay, and pour the butter into a mixing bowl and pour cold water on top. You can add ice to the water to help the rinsing process. Work the butter and rinsing with water until it is clear. Okay, so let's get out of the bowl. Okay. I have absolutely no idea what I'm doing here, folks, but we'll pour the water in. This is cold water. And they said add some ice cubes, so let's get some ice cubes. Add some ice cubes. Now, I have no idea what I'm doing here. We're rinsing it. Okay, so we're going to pour off this water. So we'll add more water. Get more ice cubes. Okay, and then I guess we rinse it again. Now we'll give her one more rinse, I think. Let's pour off the rest of this. Okay, and now I believe comes cheesecloth time. Okay, and then I'm supposed to use the cheesecloths here and supposed to wring out. Oh, look at all that. Supposed to try and get out as much as I can. Now I think I'll get a little plate so I can do my shaping this into a block. This can go in the sink now. Let's get my butter out of the cheesecloth. Now let's go ahead and see about shaping this into a stick into butter. Okay folks, I was having a little bit of difficult time shaping this. So I did a quick Google and they actually recommended wrapping it in wax paper and then trying to shape it. So that's what we're going to do. Okay. And I'm going to try and form it into as tight a log as I can get. Now we're going to try and form it into a block using my paddles. Okay, so now I'm going to transfer this block of freshly made butter onto my butter dish. Cover it up. Now I'm going to stick it in the fridge for a few hours until dinner time, and we'll give it a taste. Okay, so dinner's just about ready, so it's time to cut our loaf of bread and give our butter a try. There's a look at the inside of my bread. Got some nice bubbles and stuff. All right, let's give this butter a try. Now this is unsalted butter. So once I get this on here, I like salted butter. I prefer it over regular, unsalted butter. So once I get it done, get it buttered here, I'm just gonna sprinkle just a little bit of sea salt on it. Let's give her a taste. That's really good butter. Better than store-bought. Okay, final thoughts on the butter maker. I think it's a great product. I was excited to try and make butter. I was surprised at how easy it was. I was happy with the product. Like anything else, it's my first time making it, so the butter, I think, the finished product after it was refrigerated seemed a little crumbly, but that was not the product's fault. That's just my first time making. I did a little Googling. Probably could have rinsed it some more. I probably over churned it. It might be the heavy cream that I used, but I mean, it tasted great. It's a good product. Like I said, it's got a cool little cookbook here with lots of flavored butter recipes. It's got a cowboy butter recipe I want to try, and it has a cinnamon honey. That'll be awesome. Another thing I like, the cheesecloth cleaned up really well with a little warm water and just a couple drops of dish detergent. Just make sure you rinse it out until you don't see any more suds. And then smell it when it's dry. It shouldn't smell like your detergent. Otherwise, you got to rinse it some more. But it's a great product. So if you're interested, I will put a link in the description. Also, they gave me a little discount code. I'll include that. So give it a try. I think it's worth it if you're interested, if you want to make butter. Something I always wanted to do, and I'm glad I did. And I'm excited to try and make more and get better at it. Like anything else, you don't make it perfect your first time, but I think with just a little bit of practice, I'll get that nice creamy butter that I want. But even so, even the way it came out, it was great. It tasted great. A little bit of salt on it, like I said, because when I made it, I didn't add salt to it. So I had to sprinkle a little bit on. I'll be Googling how to make salted butter too. So, all right. Thank you for watching, and like and subscribe if you like this video.